Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. We have another kiln opening today. Today is April 17th, 16th? I think it's the 16th. It's Thursday the 16th. You won't be seeing this video for a little while probably. And it's like 60 degrees out here, very windy here in the mountains of Arizona. This is a glaze fire. I went a little bit hotter. This is the hottest I've gone, 2190. Held for 5 minutes, dropped to 1900, held for 30 minutes. I went back to doing that just because I feel like I had less pinholes when I was doing that. Okay. So there are some refires in here. Well, let's look at this cone. I still feel like we're just not get. I'm just gonna have to go a lot hotter to get to a 6. Oh, I had it on a cookie. So when the granddaughters were over on the weekend, Maylee, the oldest one, she got her things all glazed, and I said, well, do you want to glaze something for me? And this was a bowl that I made that flopped. As you can see, the rim used to be up like here, and after I took it off the wheel and set it aside, it drooped. And I decided, oh well. So this is 2 coats of something, and is that river birch? I think it's 2 coats of river birch and then 2 coats of smoky merlot. We just tried it, and that's really pretty. It's kind of purpley, and I need to be better. I'm sorry, as I've been editing my videos and watching them, I've realized I need to hold things still so that you can see them, so that the camera can focus on them. It does have a couple little pinholes, it looks like, maybe, but I made a couple little spoon rests, stone denim dip.
Love me some.
Oh, actually, no, this isn't a spoon rest. This is a little trinket dish. I didn't lay it down because the girls actually, they were saying, I like the trinket dishes. Do they have to be spoon rests? So, yeah. Again, stone denim. And I did oh, you know what that is? That's tiger's eye. I did a little band of tiger's eye right down the middle just because I was bored, I guess. I don't know. This is a refire. Interesting. So, oh shoot, stone denim. It was originally dipped in stone denim, and it had 1 blister on it from, I think, maybe the last kiln opening you saw. It had 1 blister on it. So I ground down, I filed, whatever, sanded that little blister, and then just poured some more stone denim on it. So apparently, maybe that was in this area, but now look, now there's one right there.
Bummer.
So I'm not going to try again, but look at the inside. That's really pretty.
Cool.
So that's interesting how with that refire, that color, it's kind of greenish, but that's all stone denim. This I refired. All I did was I put more brown engobe on it. It stuck to some cookies on its first firing. And when I ground it down, it just made the bottom look really ugly because I had brown engobe on it. I had to sand it, and it just made it look ugly. So I just put extra brown engobe on there. This was a very tight kiln load because I've got some bigger stuff in there. Okay. Nope. That's stuck. That's not coming off. This was a refire. Oh dear. That's that mug, that cup that you liked. Originally downpour and then fairy rose, I think, over it, and I just hated it. I thought it was hideous. So I'm gonna have to put on the screen what I did to it because I don't remember. Check that out.
Cool.
That's cool. I like it now. What did I put over it? Don't remember. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. I tried my hand at a salt crock. Okay, I'm loving that color. Absolutely loving that color. I did put the letters salt in it, but the glaze filled it in, and I thought it might. But I was just kind of playing around. I'll put on the screen what this is. Oh, dear. This looks like a Petri dish. What is that? I could swear those two are the same color.
That looks...
Okay, I'll put it on the screen because I don't have any notes out here with me. I'm kind of in a hurry. Dee has a meeting he's got to get to. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, dear. gosh, refired these again. You saw these in the last kiln load and I didn't like the inside. What in the...
Is that bubbly down in there? It's not smooth,
I mean,
right?
no, it's just kind of matte.
It's cool looking.
Ouch, it feels like hot right there. That, okay, I'm anxious to find out, to remember what that is, because I don't remember, but that's interesting. And then refired this one as well. Ooh, that looks really pretty on the inside now.
Nice.
It did push it more. I actually put clear. I didn't like the way they looked after the last refire, because this is their third firing now. So I put clear all over the sandstone, and I like that, but it did push it a little bit, and I got a little bit of a drip. And that, oh, I guess I got a lot of a drip. Oh, and it dripped on my shelf.
Oh no.
It dripped off of around the cookie onto the shelf. Rude. Such naughty glaze. Oh, my cheesecake plate's on the bottom. I'm afraid to look. Can you see it? I haven't looked. Is it awful? Oh no.
I think something strange happened to it.
Oh, it
turned into a mushroom.
It bent the wrong way. Darn it. Well, this is just, Cindy. So here's a berry bowl. Wow. Stone denim.
The whole
went crazy. So that's going to be fun. At least all of the bad things happened on that same shelf. Okay. Darn it. My cheesecake plate. Uh-oh. Oh, I knocked a cookie off. Did it stick? Hey, yeah. I mean,
you could still put a cheesecake
I've got
on
some work to do, but the colors are pretty.
They are. That's really pretty.
So it's actually a frozen pond. It's 2 coats of river birch, RHC dots ×3 running hot chowder, and then I did 2 coats of Albany slip brown. Stone denim on the inside of that little bowl.
It's pretty.
I just I glazed the whole bowl, glazed the whole plate, sat it on top of it. Forgot that might happen. Okay. All right. Well, that was interesting and fun, and now I don't have a pretty cheesecake plate. Too bad. Darn it. I decided to come inside out of the wind, and I brought all the pieces in, and I thought I would chat a little bit about these pieces and what happened. I'm trying to tell myself that it's not the kiln temperature, because again, I did this when it was 2190 top temp, ping, with a 5-minute hold, dropped to 1900 30-minute hold. I've been to 2180 before. I don't know. Why do I freak out about it getting too hot? I don't know. I got my notes, because this time the notes, I didn't write them down. I put them on a spreadsheet that Jeanette from Far Force Ceramics shared with me, and then my husband kind of tweaked it a little bit for what I needed, and it's quite fabulous. So I have the notes on there. My laptop is sitting over there. That's why I'm looking over. So let's talk about these salt crocks first. Salt cellars. I don't know. It's just something I want to do. I thought I would try it. So literally I did 2, knowing that I was just testing like the shape, how they sit. I don't know. I watched one video. I can't even remember who it was. Carlin at, is it May Ceramics? I'll put it on the screen because I don't want to have that wrong. And I need to watch it again, because that's where I got the inspiration from to do them. And then I just hosed up. I feel like this kiln was just Cindy hosed up, take 2. So the one thing I did do is I put 3 coats of brown on gobe over the whole outside of it. 3 coats of brown on gobe. Okay. And then, because I've actually been researching glaze combinations for darker clay, because my next bag of clay is a darker clay. I got Laguna Electric Brown. I haven't even opened the bag yet. But I want to play with a darker clay. I just feel like I've not been real happy with my B mix lately. And I love the brown on gobe so much that I decided, you know what, I'm just going to get a dark clay, just 1 bag, see how it goes. So I thought, well, I need to play with some glaze combinations for dark clay. And I thought, well, wouldn't that be the same as putting it over dark brown on go? I mean, one would think, but I don't know, maybe not. But anyway, so this little salt crock, salt cellar, I'm hoping that's focusing for you. And yes, I did stamp the letters salt in there, but the glaze filled them in. So what I did on this one is, so the 3 coats of brown on gobe all over on the outside, and then river birch, 2 coats of river birch, and you can see where I put the river birch. 2 coats of river birch. Did I do that first? Yeah. 2 coats of river birch, and then 2 coats of Cordovan, whatever. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I think the color is, I really think it's kind of a cool combination. I expected it to run, which is why when I didn't take it all the way down. I didn't take it all the way down because I was afraid it was going to run and drip all over. So, now I will put a note on there that it was really very stable. But I think that's kind of a fun, like, fall color or something. I don't know. But again, I like dark colors. Now all I'm seeing is white ring lights because I'm looking right at my ring light. Okay. This other one though, again, 3 coats of brown on gobe all over the outside. So and this has flux blossom on the inside. This, you guys, I know I took good notes. I'm terrible at notes. 3 coats of brown on gobe. 2 coats of birch. Just birch. Does birch not like dark colors? Is that what I'm seeing? I mean, if you like something that looks like bacteria grown in a petri dish, because that's what I've never really seen one of is it the celadons, the floats that I've loved, because I always feel like they look like bacteria grown in a petri dish. Spores, According to my notes, all that is 2 coats of birch over dark brown on gobe. And then it's birch inside. I mean, my birch is beautiful now, apparently, unless you put it over dark brown on gobe. Seriously, Cindy. Can that really be? Can it be that birch does not play? Because see, there's no brown on gobe on the inside. It's the the white or light B mix. I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy nuts. Here's that little mug that little cup that I had refired because it had a pinhole, and then ended up with another one, or a blister. I've already sanded down the ground down the bottom. I did that while Dee had to go into that meeting when we were right after we opened the kiln. So I didn't go in the house. I stayed out here, and I thought, well, I'll just do some grinding. But this is just a little cup that I'll use. I mean, obviously pretty much everything I make is stuff I use or that I give to my family, because I figure, you get what you pay for, and right now I know it's not very good. Okay, so this is that little hat bowl. I call it a hat bowl. Maylee and I dubbed it a hat bowl because we feel like it looks like a hat. Looks like a hat since it flopped. I really want to work on bowls. I want to work on using more clay, throwing with a little bit larger amount, like a couple of pounds. To me, 2 pounds is a lot. I haven't really thrown with that. Because I want to make some bigger bowls. So this is river birch times 2 all over, and then smoky merlot times 2 all over. And I think that's really a pretty combination. The first person I think of is my sister, my oldest sister, Sally. She loves purple. She adores purple. Purple is her life. And so I thought, okay, she might like that. And maybe I just need to make something for her that's just only smoky merlot, right? I don't know. I'm not a purple girl, so I don't really know purple combinations or whatever. I mean, I see other potters do them, but I don't write them down and pay attention. Because I find that I tend to glaze in colors that I like. And I realize I need to get past that. I need to branch out and think about what other people might like, especially if I'm going to start trying to sell things. Just because I like it doesn't mean everybody else is going to like it. And, so I need to make things that are maybe not in my color wheel, but other people might like them and they might sell great. So I do need to really be more mindful of that. Okay, so this is my my Tara mug, my daughter-in-law Tara. So this is originally 2 coats of sandstone on the outside, and then 2 coats of birch on the rim, 2 coats of birch inside. And the sandstone only came up to here on the handle, and then birch here on the handle. So then I fired it, and the inside pinholed really bad. So I did another coat of birch and fired it again, which you would that was in my, well, might not have been, it's not my last video now, maybe it was my last video. Anyways, and it still had some pinholes. So I was like, okay, well, now what can we do to it? So then Albany Slip Brown. I put 1 coat of Albany Slip Brown inside, and the pinholes filled in. I'm hoping that's focusing for you. And I hope you can see inside there. It's really pretty. I just got Albany Slip Brown, and I'm pretty excited about it because, again, I love warm colors. But also on this last firing, when I did the Albany Slip Brown inside, because on the second firing, the sandstone got really matte and really kind of washed out and looking icky. Oh dear. Oh, look what I just saw. Look at that crack. I guess we're making Tara a new mug. I think 3 firings is excessive. I've heard Nat from Mud Magic say that before, and actually I just watched a video of hers this morning where she took a couple of things out of the kiln that had cracks. I'm pretty sure that she mentioned that they'd been fired 3 times. So you're spot on, Nat. 3 times is no bueno. No bueno. So this is one for the bin. Yeah. So we'll try again, but I do like knowing that I like that combination. So what I'm feeling is that Albany Slip Brown over birch is quite pretty. That's my takeaway. That is what I learned from this mug. All right. What else? And then there's Spencer's, my son-in-law. So same thing. This has been fired 3 times. Let's see if it's got any cracks that I didn't notice before. The little name plaque already had a little crack in it. I did notice that the underglaze kind of like kind of gave like this shadow to it after this firing. Oh, but I think when I noticed that crack, I got distracted. What I did on the 3rd firing, when I redid the inside, I put my Speedball Clear over the sandstone to give it some more gloss because it really lost its, I mean, sandstone isn't glossy anyways, but it looked icky. It looked really washed out after the last one. Okay. You guys, what the heck? I figured out what it is. I remember what I did. So again, this was originally 2 coats of birch inside. It had pinholes in the bottom. I put another coat of birch inside, fired it a 2nd time. I still didn't like the way it looked inside. So I poured stoned denim in it, my stone denim dipping glaze. I poured it in there, and I just poured it in, did this, dumped it out, wiped it off the top, because there's even a little mark here where I didn't really get it wiped off good. What the heck? What the heck? That is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I'm going to water test it, before I give it to him, just to make sure. Anyway, yeah, so I will water test that, but I just expected it to be a pretty stone denim in there, and whoa, that is funky. Funky, funky. Okay. The berry bowl. This was 2 pounds. This was me playing with 2 pounds of clay. And I was so proud of this bowl. And I was so happy about it. And then after I made the bowl, I'm like, well, now I'm going to make it into a berry bowl. Wait, maybe this one wasn't 2 pounds. That one over there is 2 pounds. Never mind. This one's like 1.5 pounds. 1.75 pounds maybe. Anyway. But you know what I did? This is stone denim dip. And I know that it was like a 5-second dip. It was longer than I typically dip. But then I remembered after I brought everything inside what I did, because Cindy doesn't always think things through. I decided, oh, well, won't that look pretty with some tiger's eye on it? Tiger's eye just loves to run. Tiger's eye is a marathon runner, apparently. That's what I've found anyways. But all I did was I put tiger's eye around the rim, and then I kind of took my brush and kind of went like that in between the holes so that it wouldn't run down over the holes. And I just made little swoops, and then I did the same thing on the outside. So you can see that. See like the run? That's tiger's eye. Do you see that? Let me get out of the way so it focuses on you, on that. And that tiger's eye is what pushed it. The tiger's eye ruined my stone denim. I'm not even going to try, you guys. I'm going to try. Why would I even try? I mean, look at that. That is securely fastened. But, you know, that's a good note. I am going to photograph that. I'm going to keep that in my my Clay Lab app, that do not put tigers. And you know what? I have a mug in the kiln right now because I reloaded the kiln with all of my granddaughter's stuff. Except I forgot to put Jaxley's birdhouse in it, you guys. And they're coming over on Saturday to open it. I thought it'd be really fun for them to open the kiln that's full of their things, except Jaxley's birdhouse. But, so their mom, my daughter, Breezy, yes, my daughter's names are Breezy and Stormy. I had made a mug for her a while ago, and I just hadn't glazed it yet. So I went ahead and I got that glazed in a combination that I've done before that's really pretty. But when she was here for the kiln opening, she loved the pink thing that got ruined because it ran too much, and I had put root beer around the rim, and it dripped. So I decided to put tiger's eye around the rim. But I used like an eyeliner brush on her mug, and I only put tiger's eye on the top of the rim, one coat, just on the tippy top of the rim. Oh, and then I think like on the handle, I put like dots of it. You guys. I mean, by the time this video airs, I will know. But anyway, I'll be sure and show you, because I'm hoping that I didn't ruin her mug. Because I just thought when she's standing there watching all the girls open the kiln, I mean, you know, take all their stuff out of the kiln. I mean, the mom in me said, well, Breezy needs something to take out of the kiln that's for her. So I did that mug. So fingers crossed it turns out. Okay, let's talk about the embarrassing thing that I did. We learn from our mistakes, right? From our mistakes. So sad. I'm so sad. Okay, so what this is a plate. This was a plate. This was a plate that I did on a GR pottery form. Okay, so I rolled out a slab, and then I, you know, formed it over the thing. Anyways, so I had this plate, because what I've been wanting to do is I've been wanting to make, well, I just want to make a plate. But after I made the plate, I thought, oh, because I watch Lindy Lou Pottery. She inspires me so much with the amazing things that she does. And she does all hand building, but she makes those swirl bowls and then other like chip and salsa or chip and dip bowls or whatever. And she will glaze the bowl or glaze the plate, the platter, glaze the bowl, and just sit it on there and fire it, and then they fuse together, you know, rather than like attaching the bowl. And so that's what I was going to do with this. I even threw a small bowl. I was going to make a little chip and dip platter. Actually, I have a grandson who absolutely loves chips and salsa. I mean, he eats chips and salsa all the time. He even makes his own salsa. He's 10. No, he's 12. He's 12. Anyway, so that's what I was going to do with this. But then last minute, because of going down to the valley this weekend for Max's homecoming talk at church, and I'm taking a cheesecake for the luncheon. And I thought, oh, I'm going to make it into a cheesecake platter. So I had another bowl that I had thrown, And so I went ahead and I glazed this, and then I poured my stone denim in it. That's pretty. And I thought, rather than sitting the bowl on top, well, why can't I just turn that bowl upside down and sit the plate on top of that? And then I'll have like a little pedestal cake plate. It was a good idea, right? It was a good idea. The idea was good. No, it didn't work. Isn't it funny how the bowl went wonky? That bowl was perfectly round. But I do know that I had glazed this in 2 coats of river birch, 3 coats of running hot chowder dots, and then 2 coats of Albany slip brown. Now the back, I love the back even more, but the back I had already put 3 coats of brown engobe on. So I really love the way those glaze colors turned out over the brown engobe. So I'm like, okay, that will be, because I like brown. Okay. So that will be really fun to play with maybe on my dark clay. Wow, I just see ring lights everywhere. So anyway, I don't have a cheesecake plate. Now I'm taking a cheesecake to the luncheon on a paper plate. Anyway, yeah, that was that crazy kiln unload, and that was, not super successful. I mean, nothing was really successful. Nothing was what I wanted it to be anyway. I mean, the salt cellars, I mean, I do love that color. I feel like I just learned a lot from this firing. So anyway, upward and onward. We'll keep trying. We'll come back. We'll do more. But the next video that you see, after you see this one, is going to be my granddaughters opening the kiln and pulling out their things, except for the birdhouse, which is still sitting over there in the greenhouse. And I just forgot. I mean, something would have not fit. Had I remembered to put the birdhouse in there, I wouldn't have been able to put something in there, because the birdhouse will take up one whole shelf, and then it's so tall. So anyway, no excuses. I just forgot. So anyways, thank you so much for being here, you guys. I finally reached 500 subscribers. Probably by the time you see this, that will have been 2 or 3 weeks ago. But as it is today, April 16th, I think it's Thursday. I don't know if it's Alexa. What's the date today? Today is Thursday, April 16th. Alexa, stop. I just hit 500 subscribers like 2 days ago. So somewhere around 13th, 14th, something like that. So I appreciate you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. I know this video was a lot longer. I try to keep my videos under 15 minutes. I just felt like I wanted to kind of recap this one, because I felt like we just kind of ran through that kiln so fast. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And if you are a potter and love pottery and ceramics, happy pottering to you. And if you're not a potter, thank you for watching. I hope this inspires you in some way, maybe to try pottery, try ceramics, take a class. And if not pottery, some other art, find a hobby that you love. I think it's so fun to have something that you're passionate about and that you love. And I love this, and I'm going to love it even more when I get it all figured out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. From my hands to yours, it's a piece of the land.